Hi guys, this is Hamilcar bringing you set 2 of the match between KTF and Samsung Khan in the Shinhan Bank Winners League from about January 17th, so just a few days ago. Game 1 of this set is already up on my account, and it was between Jangbi and 815, and the way Winners League works, you can infer from that Jangbi did win that game. Took down 815 on Coliseum 2. What's important about that game is that I had a special guest commentator with me, the Grim Reaver. So go check that game out to listen to him. He just managed to get a few words in edgewise. He doesn't have as much StarCraft experience as a lot of people, but made a good contribution. So go and listen to that and leave positive feedback. At any rate, he and I were only able to do one game together, so I'm going to take the rest of the set myself and try to get it up tonight. I've done another entire set already today that went very long. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't already seen it, but it's well worth watching between KTF and SKT. But I have some more time, and it's only 7:30, so I'm going to take care of these two. Importantly, one of the later games in this set, and I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, so I'm not going to say what game it is or who it's between, but one of them is going to be my Week 1 submission to the SC2GG Commentator Idol contest. So go and check that out, and you should be able to figure out what it is. If you, it'll be in the video description, and you can go to SC2GG and find out, too. There's a thread where everybody's posted what they're going to be doing as their submission for Week 1. Anyhow, it's a game with a couple of very exciting players, so it should be great. And so keep watching this set until you get there, and then watch it. And if you like it, go to sc2gg.com and vote for it. And if you do like my commentaries, please show your support in that way. I'm very happy to have gotten into the contest, but there's some other very, very good commentators. So if I'm going to go anywhere, I'm going to need anyone who enjoys these commentaries to go out and give some support. So anyhow, getting back to this game, Jangbi is the Protoss player being sent out by Samsung Khan, and Hoejja is the Zerg being sent out by KTF. KTF, in the last match I commentated too, sent out a lot of their Zerg players, and it's a little bit puzzling because their Zerg players aren't, on the whole, tremendously good, other than Luxury. Hoejja in particular is not anything outstanding. He's got a very meager career record, well below even, but ZVP is the one match that he actually does okay at. He's got, I don't know whether the stats I have include this game, so I'm not going to say exactly what they are, but they're right around 50%. So he's certainly capable of winning games. Jangbi, on the other hand, has a very good record in in PvZ, and good records in other matchups too. His best matchup is PvT, but he's a very experienced player. He's currently number 1 actually in the Team Liquid power rankings, so he's been having a great run in Pro League and in the individual leagues lately. So Jangbi definitely the favorite to take another game and make it 2-0 for Samsung Khan, but anything can happen in StarCraft. We see now Forge Fast Expand going down for Jangbi, and he's gotten the scout in, so he's very confident that there's nothing, no sort of fast rush coming. This map is Neo Harmony, and there are 4 start locations, but in this game the players spawned at cross locations, which makes it a little bit harder for the Zerg to mount an early push. And recognizing that, Hoejja is actually going to go for a third base right off the bat, rather than trying to put any pressure on. But at any rate, Jangbi also is going straight for economy and is not worrying about that early push. He knows that there's a long push distance and he'll have time to get cannons up if he needs them. Gas now up for Hoejja, so Hoejja's going to try to get his tech going relatively soon, probably go straight into lair, and we'll see whether Jangbi scouts that third base. If he doesn't, that could be bad for him, because having that third gas definitely affects how the Zerg is able to play, and makes it easier for them to go into fast hive tech, or to go for lots of mutas in the mid game, or anything like that. Now the secondary is up for Jangbi, so he's going to be able to start his macro up in earnest now that he's got that base secured. Only put down one cannon, so very confident that there's not going to be any sort of quick attack coming, and the cybernetics core is about to be in, so quick tech from Jangbi off this Forge Fast Expand. Hoejja looking very intent there, and the layer is going down, so it is going to be some sort of tech build. And we'll see whether it's mutas or lurkers that he decides to go. Off the bat, I would guess that he'll probably... Well, he could just go Hydras too, but that fast layer suggests that he's going to capitalize on it with some sort of tech. I would think that he'll go mutas, partly because of the cross positions. With that sort of push distance, lurkers aren't as effective because Protoss army with a couple of dragoons can micro back and forth against them pretty easily, and delay them long enough for observers and cannons and stuff to get out. So we'll see whether I'm right about that, though. It certainly could go either way. Second cannon warping in, and a robotics facility, so we may see Sayer Reaver. And I guess that's not a bad build, especially if he gets speed up for the shuttles early. He'll be able to run around the map and drop on these sort of far-flung expansions of Hoejjas and do a lot of damage. The big disadvantage of cross positions for either player is that it takes longer to mount any sort of ground push, but if you have fast air like speed shuttles and Corsairs, that sort of solves that problem. Corsair's now out, pecking away at an Overlord. They may have already taken down another one, I'm not sure. Good number of Zerglings out in the field, but they're not going to be able to bust in that front door, I don't think. Oh no, they're coming in now, and they're going to try. There's actually a lot of Zerglings, two separate forces. Probes are being pulled, and one of those cannons at least is going to go down. The second cannon might go down, but it's being defended very well by probes. Jangbi with excellent probe micro, just getting a ton of probes in there. And just by the skin of his teeth, Jangbi surviving this Zergling push. The Zerglings are going to have to fall back. They take down a Dragoon. But, wow, that was... It looked for a second like Jangbi might be in huge trouble, but he just put a block of